Did you know that there was an experiment done in which a group of people were given two choices? Choice number one was to speak in public, and choice number two was to get electric charges. Guess what most of the people picked? It was getting electrical charges. You see, public speaking is the second most feared thing in this world, which comes after death. That means people perceive speaking in public near death. But why? Whenever you'll ask someone why they fear public speaking, most of them will point out to these three things. The first one is the fear of judgment. The second one is because of low confidence. And the third one is because they are too scared to reveal their insecurities. Which is completely relatable to me because, believe it or not, I was the most introverted kid in my childhood. In my school days, I absolutely feared the shit out of talking in front of the class. So I tried to hide every single time whenever teacher asked some question. Even though I knew the answer, I wouldn't answer it. But the reason why you clicked on this video is because you want to create talking head videos like this. And as I said, believe me, if I can do it, the most introverted child in his childhood, you can do it too. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you 7 steps that you need to follow, not only in order to create your first video, but also to keep improving after that. So with that said, and my signature red glasses on, which I forgot, let's just get started. But before that, quickly, I want to discuss something because I know that you are still thinking about creating talking head videos and is not 100% sure about it. So here are a few points that makes talking to camera non-negotiable. The first and the most important point is that it reveals your whole truth. Remember, whenever you talk to a friend, your family members, or your mom, you always are fluent with it, or you think that you are good at speaking. And that is because you don't see the whole truth. You always speak one sentence, get a reply, and then forget about it because there is no rewatching your words, your voice, and whatever you are doing to the other person. So there's no point of view of the other person. That completely changes when you are talking to camera because you are actually seeing yourself, and that reveals the whole truth because there's no other person who is replying to your words, sentences. There's only you, your mind, and your words. The second point is that it creates mental and focus stamina. That is the biggest thing that you'll see with most of the successful entrepreneurs. They have the ability of speaking in public like the 1% because their mental clarity and focus is so much better. And that has come from speaking in public itself. The third point is that it helps you calm down in some hard situations. Because if you have tried talking to camera, you know that there are some points where you go completely blank and you have to quickly think about something to speak. And that is why it creates calmness inside you that gets your sentences from your brain and you just don't panic about it. The second last point is that it makes you comfortable being seen and heard. And the last point is that it is a non-negotiable in this world right now. Because it doesn't matter how good are you talking to your clients on a call, if you cannot create videos, then you are just leaving thousands of opportunity on the table because you already know that how important it is right now to talk to camera. With that said, this is exactly how you will create your first talking head video. Step number 1, pick a topic or a question. You can get this from your coaching calls or whatever comes to your mind. Step 2, grab a pen and paper and start writing about it. Step 3, write as many things as you want, but try to include a story in it. Because your brain remembers the stories much more than just some random sentences. Step 4, practice the opening 10 times. The reason why I say that is because your opening or the hook part of your video is the most important part. And that is the time when you will face most of the failures or most of the fumbles. So before even hitting the record button, practice the opening 10 times. And that is exactly what I did before this video. Step 5, start recording and start speaking. Use the back camera if seeing yourself on the screen makes you feel weird. Step 6, repeat as many times as you want. And step 7, do not focus on perfection. Because to be completely honest, your first video isn't going to make you go viral, nor it will be any good. Because you already know whenever you do something for first time, you'll be bad at it. And you have to accept it. So just hit record, speak, and stop recording, and then just post the goddamn video. Because that is the first step that you need to understand. And that is the first step that you need to take in order to progress from there. Now, one of the things that I cannot leave you without is that you need to understand and you need to accept that nobody gives a fuck about you. It might sound harsh, it might sound whatever you want to take it as. Nobody actually cares about you or your video or how you talk or how cringe it is. One of the things that I tell all of my clients whenever they feel icky about posting their content or talking about something that might seem as a controversial thing, I tell them that nobody will actually remember you after watching your video. They'll forget you probably in the next 60 seconds, and that is the reality. I can guarantee you, you will forget about this video in the next minute or two. And even if you remember for like 30 minutes, 1 hour, the next day I'll be gone from your mind. And that is the thing that you need to realize, is that nobody actually cares about anyone but themselves. And that is why this is a whole imposter syndrome. Because whenever we talk about talking to camera or even in public speaking, we think that what are the other people thinking about us, but in reality other people are also thinking about the same about themselves. So you need to break this belief of yourself that people actually care about you. Nobody cares about you. Just post the goddamn video and forget about it, and then move on to the next video. That is how you are going to win this game. And talking about me, as I've said that I was an introverted child all of my childhood. I could barely talk to people, let alone talk about speaking to camera. You can do this if you just keep doing it. And I'm not perfect, I'm still learning all of the stuff. If I show you, this is exactly the thing that I told you is actually the thing that I do. As you can see, this is the whole thing that I have written. So yeah, you can do the same thing. So I'm also not perfect, I'm also learning the things. I actually learn the things from paid course and all of that paid stuff, and I try to teach you the same thing or share my knowledge in the same way, like no filters, no keeping the secrets thing. And that is how I'm going with this journey. This was the thing that I learned today, and this was the thing that I applied today, and this was the thing that I shared with you today. So if you want to hop on the journey, you can watch my channel. If you like my content, then subscribe, and definitely we can move forward together, and we can finally speak in public. But the first step is to speak on camera. So with that said, that is exactly how you can create your first talking head video without any complexity or without any viral hacks. Keep creating, and I'll see you in the next one.